So let's think a little bit about what would happen if the Earth's axis of rotation was pointed towards the sun and then pointed away from it. We say it is in the same plane as the orbit of the Earth around the sun. In that case, as the Earth is spinning like this, the sun would not rise and set. The sun would appear to go around in the sky. So if we imagine standing on the Earth and watching it, the sun would do this. It would not rise and set. And each day the sun would change its location in the sky. It would make small circles and then bigger and bigger and bigger circles until finally it would get to the horizon, the boundary between day and night. And then it would set and we wouldn't see it for months at a time. People on the other side of the Earth would see it and they would have continuous daylight when we have continuous night. And that, of course, would have a major effect on, for example, the lives of animals. Animals have what is called biological clocks, which are synchronized to the 24-hour day on our world. Every day it reliably gets lighter and darker on a 24-hour cycle in most locations on the Earth. And that is how we function as well as we do, going to sleep at the time, getting up when the light gets brighter, and so on. But on a world where the sun is going around in the sky rather than rising and setting, biological clocks like that wouldn't be useful. And the other major effect of the sun being up for months at a time and then being down nighttime for months at a time is that when the sun is up, any ices that have formed at the poles, like we have in Antarctica and the Arctic regions of the Earth, the ices, they would have sunlight directly overhead for months, weeks and months at a time. They would melt. On the other side of the Earth, they would have no sunlight for weeks and months at a time, and ices would form in the polar regions on the other side of the world. And then when the sun went around to the other side, those ices would melt, and the waters on our side near the poles would freeze again, and there would be an annual cycle of freezing and thawing on both sides of the Earth as the sun is sometimes up for weeks and months or down for weeks and months.